This is Hakim from Deadlord, and you're banging your head to Rockum Radio.
Hello, Hakim?
Yep, that's me.
How are you, Hakim? I'm Gino from Kingston, Ontario. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing fine. Really not doing anything. I'm just relaxing.
Amazing. Well, lockdown days.
Yeah, I guess.
Surrender is a great album. Good job.
Thank you.
You're welcome. What is your opinion about this album?
I mean, it's always when you're recording an album, it's like you don't really know how it's going to turn out, nor do you really hear how it sounds until you kind of listen back to it once it's done, and when you start to get opinions and read the reviews. It's more like you're so focused on the actual creative process, or just chasing what's in your head and putting it on tape that you really don't stop.
Okay.
So it's you don't stop to think. So it's just now that I'm starting to realize that maybe it came out a bit better than I thought it would. So it's been really nice to see how well it's been received by especially the German media.
Okay.
Humbling.
Okay. How was the creative process of this record?
It's just chaos. It's just chaos. Chaos and anxiety.
Why?
Well, I used to be able to, write because it was kind of my getaway. It was my thing. So whenever I was just, not up to doing whatever, I went and I wrote a song. But then, as the years, as our band has turned into a company, and there's a lot of emails to be sent, and you're touring a lot, you're really not in the mood all the time to just pick up the guitar and write a song once you're done with everything. So it's become something that I need to set aside time and kind of squeeze it out of myself, which is it just gives me anxiety. There are deadlines, and I need a new song. We're going to the rehearsal tomorrow. It's that sort of thing. It's just like I'm sitting there and I'm just trying, and it's kind of frustrating and stressful. But it seems to be working. So I guess that's how I'm doing it now.
Okay. Is there any difference between Surrender and the previous albums?
Yeah, I'd say, the other ones were recorded live in the studio.
Okay.
And this one is more, we kind of built the songs as we went. And also we recorded it as a 3-piece. So me and Martin were both playing guitar and bass on different tracks. So it was kind of harder to know where the songs would end up.
Okay.
On this one, but I think the fact that we recorded it like that made it possible to have that sort of better production that we, in my opinion, achieved this time.
Well, the sound is really good.
Yeah.
Yes, the songs are great. Yes, of course.
Cheers.
For example, I think you have 4 singles. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Letter from Allen Street, Distant Over Time, the first one, Messing Up, and, It Was Always Win. And just to add, that's video clip of It Will Always Win. I love that video clip. It's amazing.
Yeah, that's my way of telling people that I don't really like music videos.
Yeah, it's really creative,
Yeah.
Simple and creative.
It's funny.
I love the video, and the song is great. If you could choose 3 bands as the most significant influences of the album, what bands would you choose and why?
Yeah. So where was I? AC/DC, Kiss, Thin Lizzy, those bands, and many of the other classic rock bands. They each had something that they brought to what classic rock is supposed to sound like. AC/DC, they have this steady rhythm section that's probably their trademark.
Okay.
And Thin Lizzy, that's the twin guitars. Also Iron Maiden, that's
Wow.
the same twin guitars.
Okay.
And Kiss, they have this sort of major. You throw in a few major keys here and there, and you try to keep it a bit snappy and peppy. So probably those three bands, and I'm sure if you listen to Evil Always Wins, you can hear a bit of all those three bands in just the verse alone.
Okay. Okay. Oh, great bands. Everybody loved that band.
Yeah.
Of course.
It is.
How did your music career start? Any story to share?
I wasn't, I when I was a kid, 15, I studied music in school for 3 years, and then I just, tried to find people to play with. Had a few bands that were terrible. Moved around to different cities, trying to, I wasn't really. When I started out, I didn't really understand that you had to actually put in work. I was practicing my guitar a lot, but
Okay.
I kind of thought that things would come to me, or I didn't think at all. So it was when I kind of understood that you kind of have to view your band as a sort of, you have to just sell yourself, basically. You have to be willing to walk up to people and just, play that game. And that, I kind of learned that with my last band, and when we started Dead Lord, I was kind of doing a lot of that, which is I don't really like it all that much. But it's important to kind of make new friends, so to say, network and yada yada yada. And then 8 years ago, started Dead Lord, and from there I've been mostly doing this, which has been really fun.
Okay, okay. Which famous musicians do you admire?
I like a lot of the ones that write clever lyrics.
Okay.
I like Townes Van Sant, and that's sort of Americana. Guy Clark, those guys, because they have a sort of honest and kind of naked way of writing songs.
Okay.
Also, Jackson Browne is really good with clever lyrics. But then again, I like. There's too many bands to mention, but mostly the softer guys, not the heavy metal music and the rock is what I gravitate towards when it comes to lyric work.
Okay, I understand. Through the past years, you toured a lot in Europe. What are the memories about those days?
I think I drank a few of the memories away, to be honest. But it's been fun. Like most of the time, it's just I'm one of those people who tend to find it really soothing and kind of meditative to sit in the bus and just look at the road and just be on the way.
Okay.
I don't know. There's something. Maybe a psychologist could tell me why I feel that is a good idea. Am I running for something? I don't know. But I like the whole thing with being on tour.
Okay.
Not necessarily when you come to England and you don't get any food or beer, but touring in mainland Europe has been great, and going places and just seeing new stuff. And that my friends when I was a kid used to travel a lot, or the ones that had money, but I could never do that. My kind of way of getting out there is with music, and you meet a lot of weird people, which is hilarious. So I have to say, the people you meet is the most fun. Then you have silly parties and you do a lot of stupid things and you do a lot of drugs, but it's the people that you remember.
Okay. Talking about that, what's the craziest thing that happened on tour?
We did smuggle some drugs between Switzerland and France, and that was kind of nerve-wracking. But, we didn't get busted, so nothing really happened. But they searched, though. They really searched.
Wow.
I got busted by the police in Germany.
Okay.
Also related to drugs. Had to tag along to the police station. They took pretty much all our money, and we didn't really understand what was happening. Got the money back later, though, because they found out that I was guilty. A lot of encounters with the law. I don't know why they're like rock bands.
Uh-huh.
But French police, they've been on us as well. Lots of cars breaking down. That's not particularly fun. That's just something that happens all the time and you hate it.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know really.
What is the best advice you've been given?
I don't know really. Everyone who gave advice when I was a kid, when I grew up, told me to not chase my dreams and not do what I was dreaming of. They were like naysayers. Probably that's why they were left in that city or remained there. So I would say rather than advice that I've been given that are good, I've been really thinking a lot about if the person who gives the advice, it's more if that person is credible or not than the advice itself. So sort of having a critique against the one who gives advice is to me much more important than actual advice you get.
Okay.
Don't trust people, basically. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, I understand you. If you could change anything about the music industry, what would it be?
I would love for it to have more music that sounds like it was actually played by humans.
Mm-hmm.
That would be nice.
Okay,
like
of course.
It has been sounding up until the 80s. Like, from the first recording. Okay, maybe it's not the first recording, but, when we started to get a hang of recording and making things sound fairly okay, music has always sounded like, there's a drummer, there's someone playing the violin, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And you can hear the human quality, the imperfections, if you will. And that sort of kind of disappeared during the 80s, where everything turned super processed. And now it's like, it's silly with all the terrible drums being like computer programmed,
of course.
Not even supposed to sound like real drums. And I don't really get what people really get from that music, because there's no human element to it. And in my opinion, it's just shit. So a bit more of the imperfections and less of the polished turds.
What is next for you?
What was that?
Any new virtual concert?
Maybe we're gonna try to have a release party in a few weeks. And we're thinking maybe bringing a guy with a camera and recording it. Apart from that, I don't think we really have anything booked, but a tour next fall, 2021, with Lucifer.
Oh,
Lucifer! Just hang in there like everyone else, I guess.
Yes, I love that band. The girl is amazing. The woman who sings in Lucifer, she's nice, of course.
Yeah, she's nice.
The album is really good. Any last words to your fans in Rockum Radio?
I think they should turn the music up and bang their heads every day, because more is more. That's what Yngwie Malmsteen said.